Hey everybody, today I'm going to be unboxing the Zhilong Mini 3x3, 4x4, and 5x5, which won't all fit in frame, and more. So let's get right into the video. Okay, so like usual, I'm just going to go through what I have to unbox here. I have the Zhilong Mini 3x3, Zhilong Mini 4x4, Zhilong Mini 5x5, Meilong 2x2M, Qi MS 2x2, the Thunderclap V3M, and a 1x1. And this just came with my package and it took a while to deliver. This was from some sale they had in mid-December. It's a really nice cubicle stand. Okay, so starting with the 1x1, this is just super boring. Just got it for free since they had the sale again that came with the same stand, so it's just the 1x1. Super hard to solve. I'll do a video on this, but it's really nice to actually have one of them. Finish out my 1x1 through 7x7 collection. Yeah, that's really boring, but now let's move on to the next puzzle. Next puzzle I'm going to look at is the Qi Thunderclap V3M. It comes in this really nice box. Actually, for $10, I would say this is a really nice box. But anyway, now let's get into it. Kind of open this box in a really nice way, at least in my opinion, because you kind of have to pull these two things off, but it is kind of hard to get this one off for some reason. Guys, so I ended up ripping this because it's super hard to get this side off, so I just take it off, but I have to kind of undo something. It comes with nothing else in the box besides the cube and plastic wrap around the cube. Sheet comes with this over it, and then maybe you get a pamphlet, but I'm not sure, as obviously I'm just unboxing it now, and yes, you do get a pamphlet. Anyway, now let's get into the cube. Okay, so immediately this cube feels like a new plastic cube, just like any other cube that I've had. It just feels super weird. It seems to be pretty glossy. These tensions seem to be really tight. I don't have the Valk Power, but I've heard this is pretty similar. And I've tried a Valk Power and it was okay, but I didn't love it. So anyway, now let's do first turns. This cube is honestly super bad out of the box because it's really fast and the magnets are super weak, so it definitely needs to be slowed down, but also it needs braking, and this is super tight. Honestly, this cube is not great out of the box, but I probably will be making some kind of setup video on this because I do think it has potential, not necessarily to be my main. Of course, it just comes with the screw under here, but it definitely does need setup, but the reason I do like this is because of the primary plastic. I will just go set this up probably in another video, but anyway, now let's move on to the next cube. So for the next cube, I'm going to look at the Qi MS 2x2. So I got the plastic wrap off, and now let's get into the cube. Okay, so it comes in again this really nice box, and I already have the MS 3x3 and 4x4, so I'm kind of used to this. And it comes with this pamphlet, which I'm not going to use because I already know how to solve it 2x2. So anyway, now let's get into the cube. It comes in this really nice plastic wrap, but not good for the environment. Okay, so I have it and it feels super lubey, so I'm just gonna go wipe that off. Okay, so I just realized that it actually comes with a new finish as the MS series is transitioning to kind of a matter finish. My MS 3x3 and 4x4 have more glossy finishes. I don't know if you can really see the difference, but this one's more matte and this one's glossy. I would say it actually kind of feels like a GAN 251 or something. I don't have it, but it kind of looks the same, I would say. And I've touched this cube before and it feels super nice, but I don't have one of my own until today. So anyway, now let's do first turns. So yeah, this cube's super amazing. Even out of the box, it feels super nice. The magnet strength is great. Honestly, I think the plastic makes it feel better compared to the other MS things that I own. It feels super nice. The magnet strength is a good strength. This honestly could become my main because it's super fast and light, and I really do like this cube. And I just feel like everything works super well together. I would say this definitely could be the best budget 2x2. I will most likely compare this to the Meilong M and possibly make a review on this, so look out for that. But yeah, this cube honestly could become my main because it's just so good. Now for the other 2x2, we have the Meilong 2x2M, and I'm afraid I'm going to destroy this box, but you have to remember to open up on the other side because that's where the accessories box is, and that way you don't have to open up it from both sides. Okay, so finally got it off. It ended up being that there's tape there, so we have the accessories box, and it's much easier when you open it from this side, and then we have the cube, and this cube feels pretty cold, I guess, because it's been in the cold for a while. Looks like I have a yellow stand. I do not have any yellow stands. cubes. In the accessories box, we basically just have the same thing as the Meilong 3x3 and 4x4. We have some cards and a screwdriver, and for some reason there doesn't seem to be a pamphlet. Actually, it does come with a pamphlet, I just didn't see it. So anyway, let's do first turns on this. But before I do, here's my regular Meilong, which I actually do like a lot because, I don't know, I just really like it. But I actually think this could become my main also because I really do like the regular Meilong. I just think it's a bit unstable. Now this is honestly kind of terrible out of the box. It needs to be loosened like a ton, and it is like, it's super tight and it needs lube a lot, so this really does not feel as good as this, but it does have the new color scheme, which I do like. This one just feels much better because it's obviously more loose versus this, like, so yeah, this will definitely need to be loosened, but I definitely do think this does have a chance to become my main also, because as far as I can tell, it feels super nice, and the magnets are not too strong, which is good. Okay, so we've unboxed everything except for the 3x3 through 5x5 mini cubes, and I've heard the 3x3 is pretty terrible out of the box, so I think this will definitely need setup, but I'm hoping this can become my OH main because right now it's the Meilong, which I really do like, but a smaller cube would be better. So I have watched a bunch of stuff about this and I've heard it's pretty good, but definitely needs setup, as I said. So the box is not so premium, but it's like super cheap. I think it's like $8, which is really cheap. And it does come with an accessories box, which is really nice. So in the accessories box, we basically just have the newer YJ things that YJ includes. So we have a stand, which is in 3 parts, which does not make any sense because if they just put the stand together like Mayu didn't put it on the cube, it would be so much better because the stand is honestly trash. I had the one from my MGC 7x7 and it just like broke whenever I put the cube on it, so yeah, this is not good. I wish they didn't include it because it's just extra plastic, but it comes with extra magnets, which I really like, so I can maybe magnetize the puzzle, and a screwdriver and a pamphlet, which is also really nice. But anyway, now let's get into the cube. Okay, so it does not feel too looby. It definitely feels small, but I feel like I could get used to this. Definitely seems to be pretty tight. The color shades seem to be pretty good. But anyway, now let's do first turns. Wow, this feels super weird, but I feel like I could get used to this, honestly. The smaller size kind of does feel nice. It definitely seems to be pretty good for OH. I think I might use this, but definitely does need setup, as the review said. Some people have said that the magnets are pretty strong, but I find them just to be medium. But yeah, this definitely could be an OH main. If I had the Zhilong, I would compare it to this, like see what mechanism changes they have done, but I don't have it, so I'm not exactly sure what mechanism changes they've done. But this cube definitely feels pretty good, and I definitely think it will become my OH main. Now for the 4x4, I'm wondering if this can become my 4x4 main because I've heard it's like super good. Right now I use the Meilong, which I really do like, and it's a really nice smaller size, and honestly this cube's amazing, but I'm just wondering if the Zhilong 4x4 can top it. So here, already opened it slightly. Okay, so I'm sure it comes with the same thing that the 3x3 does. The box is basically the same except just a bit bigger. You have an accessories box, which I'm not going to go through again since it's the exact same thing. Anyway, now let's get into the cube. So I have the cube here. So again, what's nice is that it's not lubed, but this seems to be pretty tight. It actually feels like a super nice size. I don't really like the looks of this because the holes just make it look weird. Anyway, now let's do first turns. Wow, this cube is super good. The corner cutting out of the box is amazing, and this thing is like really tight. So yeah, this definitely could become my new main because it does feel like honestly a pretty good size, and the corner cutting is better than the Meilong. Now there may be a loose magnet. The magnets on the inner layers are like super duper strong. The outer layers seem to be good strength. This is like super strong, but yeah, this cube definitely would need setup, but I definitely think it could become my main because it just feels super nice right now, and the plastic feels pretty nice, and yeah, I really do like this. And finally for the 5x5, should be basically the same thing. I would say the 4x4 was better out of the box than the 3x3. Let's see how the 5x5 is. Okay, and again it's the same box, and it has, I'm sure, the same accessories. Okay, so it's just a slightly bigger box. We have the accessories again, which I'm not going to show because they're the same thing. Okay, so anyway, now let's get into the cube. Okay, so the outside texture feels exactly the same. And honestly, this size feels the most normal out of all of them. It doesn't seem to be too tight, maybe even a little loose out of the box. But right now, my main is the YJ MGC, and this thing's super nice, but the one thing I don't like about it is that these center caps really pop off super easily, which is really annoying because that means that if I'm doing interlayer turns, I have to be careful. So I definitely think this could be my main, but anyway, now let's do first turns. Okay, this is definitely way too loose, honestly. It feels like it's gonna pop any second, but as far as I can tell with the turns I've done, this feels super nice. The size does not really feel anything bad, maybe even a little better than the MGC size, but yeah, this definitely could be my main. I would say it has the most main promising things out of all of these cubes because it just feels super nice, and yeah, even if it's not my main, at least I'll have a good backup 5x5, so yeah, this definitely feels super nice. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed my unboxing of the YJ 3x3 through 5x5 mini cubes and some other cubes. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to like and subscribe, and see everybody later.